everyone. I'm Jenny.
And I'm Jessie.
You're listening to Milkshakes and Ghosts.
This is new.
What's new?
The drink I made.
What you drinking today, Jessie?
I made a chocolate strawberry peppermint milkshake.
That is different. Is it any good?
I mean, it's pretty good.
So you gotta tell me how'd you make it.
Don't be mad. I threw a candy cane in the blender.
Wait, what? Did you break our blender, Jessie?
I mean, no, it blended.
That's a surprise. I'm surprised that you did not break it. Who puts a candy cane in a blender?
Trust me, I was surprised too. I thought to myself, is this a good idea or a bad idea? In the end, it was a good idea.
Wait a minute. You mean to tell me you knew there was a possibility that the blender would break?
That's not the point.
What's the point then?
Well, I made an awesome milkshake.
If you break the blender, you're replacing it.
No worries, Mom. As long as everyone donates to the Patreon, sign up for Patreon, please.
So what else is in your milkshake besides the candy cane that you weren't supposed to put in the blender?
Ben & Jerry's non-dairy chocolate ice cream, silk dairy-free yogurt, half a cup of real strawberries, and chocolate ripple dairy-free milk. With my favorite part, one whole candy cane.
That sounds like a delicious milkshake. But please do not put candy cane in the blender again, okay?
It should be the same as putting ice in the blender. So, Mom, what you drinking today?
I wanted to get creative with my milkshake since you're always having something new. So thanks to foodnetwork.com, I found a recipe for a pecan pie milkshake. Yummies.
Whoa, that sounds different. Is it good?
It's delicious. Honestly, it's the best milkshake I've ever made.
Or was it hard to make?
No, not at all. It was easy. The recipe requires 1 slice of actual pecan pie. Can you believe that?
So you're telling me you put a slice of pecan pie in the blender?
I did.
That'd be like a mess to clean up.
Now listen, pecan pie, Jessie, is a lot softer than a candy cane.
Well, what else is in the recipe?
Glad you asked. 1 cup of Breyer's vanilla ice cream, 1/2 cup of milk, 3 tablespoons of caramel sauce, and a little bit of whipped cream for topping.
It's different, but it sounds good.
It is good, girl. I will link this in the show notes. So if anyone else out there is interested in making this very delicious recipe from foodnetwork.com, it's worth trying. It's really good.
So today we have a really interesting topic to discuss. We are going to be discussing Skinwalkers, also known as Wendigos, shapeshifters, changelings, and mimics. I chose the topic today, but my mom and I have 2 different stories and information regarding this topic.
We sure do. You know, I seen in articles I read online that Skinwalkers, Jessie, they're also called Nagul, Warina, and werewolf.
I've never heard of some of those names, except werewolves, of course. Everyone knows what werewolves are.
Skinwalkers, they're described as werewolves in horror movies and cryptid legends, of course. But in reality, they're actually part of Navajo mythology.
That I'm familiar with. Skinwalkers are the shape-shifting witches of Navajo.
The question is, are they real? So are they?
That's been my biggest question as well. So grab onto your favorite milkshake and hold on to your blankie. Be wary. It's about to get scary. The legend of the shape-shifting entity is known as the Skinwalker. It has largely been dismissed as a hoax.
I always thought it was a hoax. It's hard to believe that something that looks like a human can actually transform into a 4-legged creature. I mean, come on. You know, there's no scientific proof of it anyways.
You are right about that. There's no scientific proof, just eyewitness accounts. America truly got its first taste of what a skinwalker was in 1996.
Wait. What happened in 1996? I hit my funny bone. It was not funny.
That's what happened to me
It
too.
was not funny, and I hit my funny bone.
There was a newspaper story that came out about a family in Utah that experienced a creature terrorizing them, along with other weird things happening around their home. This included cattle mutilations and disappearances, UFO sightings, and the appearance of crop circles.
Sounds more like aliens.
This family in Utah had a whole bunch of different things going on. Honestly, if I were them, I would have moved. This family's most distressing encounter allegedly was with the Skinwalker.
Spooky. Ooh.
I mean, that's what I said. Be wary, it's about to get scary. I warned y'all. Just 18 months after moving on to the ranch, Terry Sherman, the father of the family, was walking his dogs around the ranch late at night when he encountered a wolf. This so-called wolf was not the size of a wolf. It was 3 times bigger and had glowing eyes. Terry Sherman blasted the creature at close range with his gun 3 times. However, the creature wasn't fazed by this. The Sherman family weren't the only ones to be traumatized on the property. After they moved out, several new owners experienced similar encounters with the same creatures. Today, this ranch has become a hub for paranormal research. The ranch has been renamed Skinwalker Ranch.
I've heard of Skinwalker Ranch. I believe there's a series on Netflix called The Secret of Skinwalker Ranch.
Well, did you watch it?
I started to, but didn't get a chance to really get into it. Even though I only watched a little bit of the first episode, it did look really good.
Yeah, the story that I just told is based on this ranch, actually. Can we watch the Netflix series after we podcast?
I think that sounds like a wonderful idea. Let's do that.
Now, after the 1996 incident, enthusiasts entered the scene to try to answer the big question. Are skinwalkers real?
That's what I've been wondering for the longest. Well, are they real, Jesse?
Yeah, that's a question on everyone's mind. But before I answer that question, let me continue my story. UFO enthusiast and Las Vegas realtor Robert Bigelow bought the ranch for $200,000 in 1996. He established the National Institute for Discovery Science, building its foundation on the drop FS of Skinwalker Ranch. He also put up surveillance on the property. On March 12, 1997, Robert Bigelow's employee, biochemist Dr. Colm Keller, saw something that would change his life forever.
Oh my gosh. Did he see a skinwalker?
I don't know. We'll have to find out. In a nearby tree, Dr. Colm Keller spotted a humanoid figure.
I knew it. I would have ran. Well, technically, I would have taken videos or photos first, then I would have run away.
Yeah, that's true. You would do that. Well, the creature was about 20 feet off the ground and about 50 feet away. Keller wrote a book after this incident. The book is called Hunt for the Skinwalker. Here's a passage from his book. Keller wrote,
The large creature that lay motionless, almost casually, in the tree. The only indication of the beast's presence was the penetrating yellow light of the unblinking eyes as they stared fixedly back into the light.
That just gave me chills. Very spooky. Do you know if the creature tried to attack him?
Well, Keller filed at the supposedly Skinwalker, but it fled.
Is there any footage of this encounter? You know, like some sort of proof?
From the research I did, I could only find photos of claw marks and imprints in the ground from this encounter. Keller described the evidence as signs of a bird of prey, maybe a raptor print, but huge, and from the depth of the print, from a very heavy creature.
I'm not sure how much I believe this encounter. Maybe my opinion will change after you finish your story, but so far, I'm not exactly convinced. Especially the fact that he's like maybe a raptor print. Dude, raptors are extinct, aren't they? I mean, this is not Jurassic Park, it's a ranch.
There was another incident a few days after this. The ranch manager and his wife had just tagged a calf before their dog began acting weird. 45 minutes later, in broad daylight, they found the calf and its body cavity empty. No blood or anything was in sight.
Wait, this is sounding more like a chupacabra or aliens. It doesn't sound like skinwalkers.
Oh, yeah, it's probably a chupacabra. Remember that movie you watched, Chupa or something, on Netflix?
Oh, but that was cute. He wasn't a bad little chupacabra. Little Choopy. I remember that movie. It was adorable.
Chupa. Well, remember in the beginning of my story, when the Sherman family owned the ranch, they had a lot of different things happening to them. This also did include UFO sightings.
That's right. You did mention that. So maybe it's a combination of aliens, chupacabras, and skinwalkers.
I mean, you're right. That could be the case. Well, ultimately, Bigelow and his research team experienced over 100 incidents on the property. He eventually sold the ranch to a company called Adamantium Holdings for $4.5 million in 2016.
Wow, that's a whole lot of money. I would definitely put up with all the different kinds of creatures. If I could make a profit like that, that's a whole lot of money.
Same here. Now, since taking over Skinwalker Ranch, Adamantium has installed equipment all over the property, including cameras, alarm systems, infrared, and more. There are still many eyewitness accounts from the company's employees. According to Vice, employee Thomas Winterton was one of the several who randomly experienced skin inflammation and nausea after working on the grounds. Some had to be hospitalized with no clear medical diagnosis for their condition.
Wow. No amount of money is worth endangering your health. Now, I'm really starting to wonder, is there something in the ground, under the soil maybe, that could be causing people to get sick like this?
I mean, that could be the case. Maybe something more UFO related, but whatever the case is, Winterton reported that he isn't leaving Skinwalker Ranch anytime soon. He said, and I quote,
"It's like the ranch calls to you,
he said with a weary smile. And that, my friends, is the tale and mystery of Skinwalkers on Skinwalker Ranch.
That was truly mind-blowing, Jesse. Good job, and very good job on your research. We are definitely going to watch A Secret of Skinwalker Ranch on Netflix after this. I'm really looking forward to it now, after you told your story.
I can't wait to see that.
I researched skinwalkers as well and have some stories of terrifying encounters. Skinwalkers are creatures of Native American folklore. These shapeshifters, often linked to witchcraft and dark magic, are said to possess the ability to transform into various animals. Their haunting stories continue to echo through generations, captivating those who dare to explore the unknown.
People like us.
That's right, people just like us. We're the truth seekers, explorers of the unknown. Today, I'm going to be discussing some spine-tingling tales of skinwalkers and uncovering the mysteries surrounding them. All the information and stories I will be discussing today came from an article I read from a website called elpaso.fr. This article is by Arthur S. Grab onto your seats. It's about to get spooky. The origins of skinwalker legends can be traced back to the Navajo Nation, where the concept is daily ingrained in cultural history. According to Navajo beliefs, skinwalkers were once respected members of the community who chose to pursue dark paths, acquiring supernatural abilities through dark rituals. One of the most chilling encounters I discovered online comes from a group of friends camping in the remote mountains of the Southwest. As night fell, they began to hear howling echoing throughout the woods. They figured it was just coyotes and continued their evening. They soon realized those howls were something far worse than coyotes. An eerie figure appeared at the edge of their campsite. This shape resembled a wolf, but its eyes glowed unnaturally bright. The figure slowly approached, transforming before their very eyes into a tall man wearing traditional clothing. As they fled in fear, the Skinwalker whispered their names. Jesse.
Yeah, I'm out. Just drive away, run away. I don't care what you do. I'm out. But the fact that the Skinwalker knew their names was the most scary part.
I agree. That was the scariest part of the whole story. In another bone-chilling tale, a young woman returning home late one night spotted a creature by the roadside. It looked like a deer, but moved unnaturally. As she slowed her car, the creature transformed into a distorted version of a man. The woman sped away. She had a feeling of dread that lasted for days. She felt like if something was stalking her.
At least she was in her car. I thought the first story was more scary since they were out camping and the Skinwalker knew their names, so.
If you think that's scary, wait until you hear my next tale. A couple living near a forested area recounted hearing a voice calling out their names from the woods at night. They initially thought it was a prank, but as the nights passed, the voice saying their names became more insistent. One evening, while standing on their porch, they spotted a shadowy figure lurking behind the trees. It seemed to mimic their voices, laughing and taunting them. The couple found information from an elder in the neighborhood who explained that they were being tormented by a skinwalker. He advised them to perform protective rituals to ward off the creature.
Did it work? Did the rituals get rid of the creatures?
I'm not sure. The article didn't say anything more.
Okay, now that story was the worst. Because the Skinwalker was right next to where they lived.
Yeah, that would be worse. Hearing your name and something in the darkness mimicking your voice, that's horrifying.
Like I always say, burn down the house, move away to a different country.
This article that I'm referring to today did say how to protect yourself from skinwalkers and ward them off. So, number 1, avoid eye contact. Skinwalkers gain power by looking into your eyes, so it's best not to look at them.
Yeah, I'm keeping my eyes closed. I am not having no Skinwalker steal my soul.
Number 2, carry turquoise or sage on you. Any symbols or charms that are known to ward off evil spirits should do the trick. Number 3, if you encounter a skinwalker, ignore them. If you don't engage in conversation, it will diminish their power.
I mean, that's an easy one to follow. I have no intentions on engaging with anything that can sound or look like me, but if I had the chance, I would talk to it.
What would you say?
What up, bro? What you doing today? You steal some souls or something?
Can you imagine it just repeats what you say and then just says it right back to you?
Oh, that'd be so funny. I'm like, you want to go camping later today? Mm-hmm.
And be like, Polly, want a cracker? Sounds like a parrot. And last but not least, consult your elders. Seek advice from local elders or shamans who understand what skinwalkers are and can help you protect yourself.
Well, I guess we're out of luck.
What do you mean?
We don't have any elders that can help us where we live.
I'm sure there's plenty.
I doubt it.
The haunting tales of skinwalkers serve as a chilling reminder of things we sometimes just can't explain. The mysteries of the unknown can be dangerous, and the boundaries of folklore and reality are often a very thin line. While some dismiss these stories as superstition, others who have encountered things beyond our understanding know all too well the dangerous truth behind these superstitions. Always remember, if you're an explorer, a truth seeker of the unknown, keep in mind that respecting the things beyond your comprehension is crucial. Your safety can be at risk if you don't tread lightly.
Facts. Whether it's a ghost, skinwalker, alien, or anything else out there, you don't want to bring any hitchhikers home with you.
Exactly. I want to give a shout out to our new assistant, Jack, for helping put this episode together.
Thanks, Jack, for making our podcast journey a lot easier. A lot of you out there are asking where we found our new assistant from. Well, we found him off of ZipRecruiter. You can find great help on that website and get your own Jack.
But you can't steal ours, because we've already claimed him, okay?
If you would like to follow our socials, we're on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Threads, Twitter, and Patreon. Please subscribe to our socials. We're trying to grow them, especially our YouTube. Our YouTube handle is @MilkshakesGhost.
If you would like to become a Patreon member, please visit patreon.com/milkshakesandghost. I will link it in the show notes along with all of our other socials.
Join Patreon for free monthly gifts and cool perks.
Let's give a shout out to our awesome, amazing Patreon members. Mr. E from Special Delivery Show. Check out the Special Delivery Show. His podcast takes interviews to a whole new level. I'd like to give a big shout out to Pods R Us. Pods R Us is a digital creator. They post weekly updated top 10 podcasts to listen to. Let Pods R Us help you find your next podcast. I will link their Instagram in our show notes.
MNG VIP members also include Nightmares 888, Witchy Talk 65, Dracula Rocks 22, Tina and Ruben, I Dream of Spooky with Candace and Kathy, Legend, United We Stand, Ramos 1972, Marie, Mary Ann, The Paranormal Duo, Laura and Joanne, Ricky M, Bruce the All Spooky, Harmony, Joan of Arc, The Dark Side, Ronald H, Joe Santana, Myra Morales from That's So Spooky, Jada Kimara H, Tony S, Jean from The Truth Is Out There, Nadia and Edward, Carl and Becca, Mandy and Kenneth, Jules and Christina, Joel from The Paranormal Countdown, Alan, Death Star 1, PR Princess, Maxine, UK Ghosts, Haunts and Hunts, Terror Screams, Jules M, Victor and Myra, Linda and Colin, Gavenport, Haunted Canadian History, Melissa and Dan, The Truth Is Out There with Carly and Allison, I'm Haunted by David Becker, Wrong Turn by Andy.
Thank you all so much for being Patreon members. We appreciate each and every one of you.
And remember, keep drinking milkshakes
And keep being
spooky!
Spooky season, 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 spooky season.